Hello everyone, welcome to the new video of the series Mate in 3. And as you can see here, we have a really nice position where black has sacrificed a lot of material, but in exchange for that he has almost all of his pieces looking at white's king. The only thing that black has a problem with is that his king is a little bit open, so that's why he has to do something first. If, for example, he would make a move like this, which looks quite good, because if white would take it, you could make like that, or even by taking on f3. The problem is that white is not going to take it because he's not forced to take it. I mean, he is being threatened with a mate, but he can instead start giving checks. That's what I was telling you, that this king is not so secure. I mean, he's not gonna lose or anything, but he will not have enough time to continue the attack, because the white is just gonna keep on checking black. Something like this. And it looks like black cannot escape these checks. That's at least my impression. If now, for example, black would try to go here and somehow run to this side, well, then he might even lose. So that's not a good idea. So let's go back. This is the backwards. So, but if he would, let's say, protect here instead of king g8, if he would go g6, well, that opens the 7th rank, so white can start checking him along that rank and the 8th rank. So this also doesn't look like something that can stop white from giving this perpetual check. Even also here, if you like try to be smart and block with the bishop, then you will also lose, probably, because this queen is attacked and the king is attacked, and black would have to exchange the queens, and after the exchange of the queens, pretty much the black's attack is over. So that's why something slow like bishop f3 doesn't work. So you have to do something by force, so probably with checks. And if you look a little bit deeper into this position, you will find it. Now I recommend you to pause the video and try to find mate in 3 by yourself. Well, I hope you have done that. Let's see, what did black play? Black sacrificed his queen on d2. Basically, that was the only move that comes with a check, apart from sacrificing on g1, but since sacrificing on g1 doesn't make much sense, it's queen g2. I just want to mention that this is from a real game, and the black player calculated this a few moves earlier when he sacrificed the exchange on f7, when he gave white a chance to get there. But so he had to see this in advance. That is what makes it harder. But okay, after queen g2, white has only one possible reply, and that is to capture this queen. And then the follow-up is like this: bishop f3 check. Now you can see this square is taken, and this square is taken by the bishop, and also this one by the knight. This square is taken by the knight, and this one and this one by this bishop. So white has only g3 and f1 available. Let's see what happens. If he goes to f1, well, you can see he has no squares available only thing you need to do is to give him a check, but you're not going to give him a check with the bishop here, because apart from letting him run, he can also take. So what will you do? You'll give him a check with the knight on unprotected square, and that will be the mate as well. If he would go up instead, then the only thing you have to do is to give him a check and not allow him to escape here. How do you do that? Very simple. Just check him on f2, and if you look at this a little bit more carefully, you will realize that actually it's a checkmate. There are no available squares. This bishop is protected and is protecting the knight and this square. The pawn is taking the h3, knight is protecting the bishop and h2, and the bishop is taking g3 and h4 squares. So it is a checkmate. Let's look at this one more time. So as I said, it has to be a forced variation, because white is threatening to start checking with queen f5 and force the perpetual check. So queen g2, a beautiful sacrifice of the queen, and then a forced follow-up. Or if the king goes here, then bishop f2 mate. Well, I wanted to point one more thing. Let's say if white queen was a little bit not so advanced, so if she wouldn't have the option of giving this perpetual check, then black would have time to do something without checks. And apart from doing the same thing, he can give the same mate as in the original position. He could also do something like this. Go to g3 and threaten queen h2 mate. And if you look a little bit at this position, you can see that there is no way to defend this square. Also, you cannot run to the side because the bishop is blocking your exit. So all you can do is take this knight. And once you take the knight, you open the h file, and then the queen can just go to the side, give frontal check, and because the pawn is blocking the exit square and the g1 square is taken by this bishop, this is actually a mate. So after queen g3, it is actually not mate in 2, because white can sacrifice his queen, but after that desperate sacrifice, he would actually have to take here and then be mated. So it is again a mate in 3, but it is a good idea, I think, because this kind of motif can show up in a game very frequently, especially in blitz games, at least from my experience. So it's good to know that you can actually threaten here and force him to open the h file in that manner, and after that just finish him off. That is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.